Well, South of Fulton police say there's a new trend across the metro. Thieves stealing air conditioning units.
In fact, they say it is the reason for a massive traffic backup and police chase in South Fulton. Atlanta News First reporter Mary-Kate Hamilton has more.
Traffic stretched and flares lit up Langford Parkway in South Fulton as officers swarmed this U-Haul van. In it, Goodman air conditioning units, 2 of them stolen from a home nearby. That's according to South Fulton police. And the department says it's part of a broader trend in metro Atlanta. This scene began in the early morning hours when officers say they responded to a call about a suspicious U-Haul. When officers arrived, they say they found the air conditioning units inside the van. And South Fulton police say they got video of the theft happening on camera. But according to South Fulton PD, when officers initiated a traffic stop on the U-Haul, the driver fled. Officers say they ultimately conducted a pit maneuver. The scene on Highway 166 is the aftermath of what police say finally brought the U-Haul to a stop. South Fulton police say they arrested 4 people in connection to the theft, but their names have not been released. And again, according to the South Fulton Police Department, the theft of these air conditioning units is a larger pattern all across metro Atlanta. So we are, of course, digging into what's driving that pattern. For now, live at South Fulton Police Headquarters, Mary-Kate Hamilton, Atlanta News First.